Hey, what's going on, guys? I wanted to go over today and give you guys a little update on the nursery and my progress as we get towards the spring season. I also talk about some of my goals for the upcoming year in spring, and thought it would be cool to share with you. If you watch, I think my previous video, I did a little nursery update in the winter time. This probably looks a fair bit different, I think. I've moved a lot around. I'm kind of starting to set up a lot of stuff along here for spring sales because I want to have the front half of this as my display area and the back half more for production. Got lots of stuff starting to germinate since like late February, really. A lot of stuff started taking off. These are all small goldenrod plants that are still developing. But I want to show you something on these guys. You can see all these orange specks on the leaves and orange dots. That's actually a parasitic fungi, and it's usually called rust. And I purposely haven't touched these guys, but it's basically just because of they were kept probably damp for a while in the greenhouse over winter at times. You don't have the best airflow since I have this closed at certain times over the winter. But most of them, it's just on the lower leaves. It seems like all the upper leaves and newer ones are totally fine. And I've just kind of gone through all of them and picked off all the previous older leaves. And it seems to be fine otherwise. I think they'll all recover and be good to go now that I got better airflow and stuff currently. But yeah, it took quite a while to go through them all. It's a bit of a pain, but you know, you learn more and more each year you do this, and when you run into stuff like this, and you know what to avoid, so yeah. Happy and healthy goldenrod. Now I also have a crap ton of seeds planted, and a lot of which are starting to germinate already. So, you know, I'm going to go through all of them and show you what they look like, and tell you what the species is, because I think it's pretty cool to see a lot of these at their earliest stages, especially given what they look like when they are developed, which we're more used to seeing for a lot of these. Like this is a common camas. You see it is just kind of breaking out there. You know, this one already has a tiny little shoot up, and they pretty much just look like a blade of grass for their first like few years. See another one there. Not germinated yet, but these are blanket flower. Got red flowering currant here, or ribe sanguineum. Here, I actually have some more of these planted where I planted them differently. I was experimenting. But this is hardhack, these tiny little guys. We also have Western St. John's wort. Oh yeah, great camas here. Look pretty similar. Maybe a bit thicker and a bit bigger seeds, maybe. We have some little thimbleberries here. We got only one twin berry so far. More will probably be popping up pretty soon, I imagine. First time growing that one, so that'll be cool. We got some June grass, little baby grass. Not the most exciting seedling, but it's actually interesting because the grasses actually look fairly distinct from each other at this stage. Let's see here. What else we got going? Oh, we got lots of nodding onion germinated here. There's one. There's a bigger one here. Lots more of that still gonna be coming, I think. I think we got some. Trying to look for the little seedlings. These are little ocean spray seedlings. Still a lot more gonna pop up soon. Got some gumweed, Grindella integrifolia. Got lots of woolly sunflower planted this year. That was probably one of the most popular things I sold last year. And we got Actually, I have a few red columbine germinating, which I'm quite happy about, because last year I tried growing some and none of them grew for me for whatever reason, but they're doing well this year. I've got more gumweed here, and this is actually fool's onion. It's a cool one. A lot of these I'm growing for the first time again. Some meadow checker mallow, red listed species. We got some yampa just starting to germinate. You can see the, can you see that even there? Here, one moment. Yeah, there we go. Just coming out of the seeds. I actually need to go through those and repot them though, because I've read their roots need more space than the normal seed to really reach down deep. We have a few flowered shooting stars here starting to germinate, and then that might be it. Oh wait, no, we got a couple more things. We got some tuft hairgrass, and we got yarrow. Yarrow is germinating in force. We also have, this is river lupine, also red listed. These are great camas. These ones are 1 year old at this point. I grew them from seed last year. That will shoot. There's more there. They're probably not going to look much different from that this year either. It'll be interesting to see what they do each year. Redley need like about 4 years before they'll flower. 4 to 7 years is what I've heard. So we'll see. We'll do a camas update every year until we get a flower. Got some Henderson's checker mallow. I think blue listed, I believe. We have Columbia brome. We have blue wild rye. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I thought all the grass would just look the same when they came up, but they actually, yeah, looking quite distinct from each other. These ones are starting to look a lot more similar though, so it's also something to keep an eye on. You know, this tray, this Henderson's checker mallow, is interesting because this tray is one I had leftover seeds for and planted, where this one's a newer seeds. So it doesn't seem like they store very well, or if they do germinate, they don't seem to do the best. A lot of these are kind of like shriveling up and dying, so good to know. Got some woodland strawberry here. Goldenrod just starting to a little bit. I feel like I remember that one germinating later in the season. Lots of Douglas aster germinating. And we got a little bit of field chickweed germinating as well. And lots of pearly everlasting. Lots of pearly germinating. Tiny little seedlings. Over here I got my little kind of shade set up. These I can actually move into a sunnier area, but you see monkey flower, very tiny ones, and for whatever reason, some of them grew a lot faster than others. The same plant there. Got some more here. Let's see. Fringe cup. Got some germination of that. Actually, that one's already got a true leaf on it. We have, these are small flowered alum root. And this should be foam flower unless it's been got planted with one of the others or something, but that's pretty cool. Oh, we also have some piggyback plant. You know, again, all these are saxifrage family, so the seedlings look pretty similar. And yeah, I think, oh wait, no, I lied. We got a little bit more to show you. Oh, big leaf lupine germinating. Unfortunately, it was a plain, but this is Siberian miner's lettuce, or a candy flower. I didn't really have many seeds for them. Based on what I planted, I feel like they're another one that the seeds don't really store very well after the first year, so use them up. More hardhack I planted earlier, doing quite well. Oh, I believe this is a fireweed seedling. Not entirely sure though, and these should be some very smaller very small fireweed seedlings. I think that's pretty much everything that's germinated. Right now I'm mainly working on organizing everything in here and getting the front nice looking set up for springtime. This big aquaponics thing on the right up front here is going to be moved out of here by then. And a lot of these plants too are actually for personal use for my seed beds out back. So a lot of these will be being moved as well. So working on it. Quite a bit of work to do in the next couple of weeks, but I'm really looking forward to being open again and selling plants to people. Okay, well, out in the field, my seed beds, I've done quite a bit out here, but this year is going to be a lot of experimenting with this too, because I'm trying to do it kind of in a quick way so I can have some results this year. So certain things may need to be redone. Like this is my annual bed and I've put up deer netting all around it. We'll see how well that does. I might need to do something better. But I'm hoping there'll be better things around for the deer to eat than my little annuals. Like you can see, these are actually just some like clumps I dug up from my old seed beds at my old property. These guys are little large flowered Colomia. There's a bunch more over there you can see. Then there's this clump, which is mainly sea blush down there. And then I seeded this area as well. So hopefully, I'm not entirely sure if all of those will do well because it's so wet, but we'll see. This is also a bed I planted of common camas bulbs. I actually dug under a little just to see what's happening, and they are starting to pop up and shoot up, so that's cool. They should be popping up anytime. Then I got some of the stuff I've been testing here that I put in the ground. Lupine, I was fairly confident in, but not entirely sure because I kept reading that like it looks good drainage, but I've also seen it in places that obviously don't have good drainage, so it seems to be quite happy. It's doing good. Yeah, so gumweed doing good still. This one got nibbled on by deer. I got nodding onion here that is hanging in there. I think it's going to do fine once we get some better weather. It starts drying up a bit. Field chickweed. It was a sad one to start with, to test. And I'm sorry, buddy. You've been sacrificed for science. This is some woolly sunflower, and the top foliage from last year died off. And it looks like it has some new shoots coming up, so that's actually promising. That's cool. That was one I wasn't sure about either, if it was going to do well. But it looks like it's hanging in there. Same with the Pearly Everlasting. Got some yarrow hanging in there too still. So quite a few things are doing all right, it seems like. But I actually got some advice from someone I know who they have a lot of experience. I'm actually changing up my strategy for this year. I dug holes. These ones are for something bigger, but I brought this out just as an example. I'm going to dig holes and just stick the pot right in them. And this has been repotted recently, but with a bit of a lip. And that will stop the grass and everything from moving in on it and out competing it, and me from having to weed it and pulling my hair out while I do that. And then I'm going to put cardboard. I'm going to layer the cardboard all around the pots so the weeds don't come up around it either. And then next year, I can remove the cardboard and actually plant those areas and everything too. So that's the strategy. I think it's going to work. Yeah. And then they'll also give me an idea this year of like how much I need to grow for seeds, if I need more of stuff, if I don't, you know, etc. These are more lupine I've shoved in the ground. Another interesting thing I read was that they don't transplant well, but apparently they do, because these were all dug up from my old property as well. And I tried my best to like get as much of the root as I could, but they seem to be doing well still. Like look at this one. This one's going to explode this year and be huge. You know, some of these things like the lupine and the goldenrod, I did shove right in the ground because they're, I think, strong enough and aggressive enough to compete. especially if I'm walking in these areas and I put cardboard around them and stuff, I have faith in them and I'm confident. Also some stinging nettle. I'm not entirely sure how this one will do. I think it's usually likes more moist areas than wet, but I've seen it growing in wet areas too, so we'll see. I'll keep you updated. But yeah, that's kind of the progress for out here for now. Got quite a bit to do out here, but setting up the greenhouse for opening in like a week and a half is more of a priority currently. Okay, so I have quite a few goals for this year. The most obvious one I think to talk about first is money, because you know I am a business despite this being like something I'm really passionate about and really want to, you know, try and push and kind of help the world and the environment. Obviously I need to make money and I need to be able to support myself, but I'm hoping this year I will be able to make enough that I'll be able to support myself and not have to work other jobs at different times of the year. That's what I've been doing up till now, but yeah, last year I saw a decent amount of growth and I'm hoping to see the same this year. I don't know, hopefully what I've done is good enough and a lot of people know about me now. So I'm hoping, my goal is at least to make 30,000. Last year I made, you know, around half of that, but that is also like gross, not like counting expenses and stuff like that, FYI. So yeah, so I think it's possible. I think we could get there. We'll see. I'm looking forward to it. I'm actually pretty happy about how it went last year and the growth I saw compared to my first season open before like anyone knew I existed and stuff. So yeah, so that's the first one. The other couple things I have a goal for is mainly just to do with growing what I'm growing, and what I'm going to be able to have available at the end of this year. I'm growing over 80 species I'm growing myself this year. I'm also going to be trying to have about 40 plus species that I can gather and sell seeds from too, planted, that I've all grown myself and stuff. So those are two big goals too. Last year I had around 40 species I grew myself, and I was able to have around 12 species of seed available. So it's a fairly big jump in production for myself and learning a lot with everything I'm doing. It's great. But yeah, I guess those are my main goals, if anything. We'll see if we can do them, and I think at the end of the year I'll have kind of an update video and we'll see how we did on everything, so you guys can hold me to it. Anyway guys, that's kind of my main goals and how the nursery is going. There's a bug flying right in my face. So yeah, I don't know, that was interesting. Like and subscribe. And anyways, world's crazy. Hope you guys are doing well. Take care of yourselves. Peace.